Hello privet everyone, welcome back to our channel Inside Out Cooking. Today we have an awesome recipe to share with you all. It is Osso Buco, an Italian tomato based veal shank stew. We will be serving it over polenta, but you can also serve it with some orzo instead. What we'll be needing for this recipe is 4 veal shanks, flour, olive oil, 2 chopped onions, 1.5 cup white wine, 1 can tomatoes, 2 chopped celery stalks, 2 chopped carrots, 4 freshly chopped garlic cloves, 3 teaspoons of tomato paste, and 1.5 cups beef broth, 1 bay leaf, and 2 teaspoons dried thyme. Here is the visual for everything we'll be using, and let's just get into it, shall we? So to start, we will be seasoning our veal shanks, and season well. Depending on how thick they are, they're going to need more salt than they might if they're thinner. Then we'll be dusting it with flour on both sides, nice and evenly as well. Be sure to pat your flour in there, just so it's not loose and doesn't fall off into the pan and burn. We'll be oiling up our pan with some canola oil or vegetable oil and browning the shanks on a medium to high heat. Not cooking them through here, just getting some good color so they have more flavor when we do finally eat them. Be sure to get all sides. That includes the fat caps and all around each shank. Once they're done browning, set aside. Moving on, we'll be chopping up our onion into a medium dice. Then we'll be adding it to our pan, the same pan we used to brown the meat in, and just sweating it out, getting a little bit of color onto it. And while that's going, we can prepare the rest of our veg. So cut in half your carrot and then cut lengthwise twice, and then just simply chop it up so it's a comparable size to the onions. Crush up our garlic and give that a good fine dice. Simply give your celery a good chop, depending on the size. You don't need to do much else to it. And deglaze your onions with white wine once they've reached a translucent-like texture, or if they have a little bit of color on them. After that wine is reduced, you're going to want to add your tomatoes. You can use crushed canned tomatoes, or you can just cut them up yourself in the pan with your spoon or on your board. It doesn't really matter. They're going to be simmering for quite a while, so it'll break down eventually. But then you'll just be adding in the rest of your veg, followed by your stock. Then you'll add your tomato paste in, and your bay leaf, and your thyme. Give this a good stir and bring it up to temp. Then re-add your veal shanks into the pan. And then you'll season your stew with salt and pepper. Make sure your pot is back up to boil, reduce to a simmer, and then cover. Let this go for 2.5 to 3 hours or more. When it's near completion, we'll be finishing up our garnish for the dish. It is called gremolata, and it is simply parsley, lemon zest, and garlic, all chopped or blended a little bit together. Don't forget to season it a tad once it's done. A little salt never hurt anybody. But there you have it. That's the dish. We served it, like I said earlier, with some polenta and a little bit of focaccia my wife baked. It is absolutely delicious, with or without all of those things. But that is Osso Buco. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.